What's up you guys, it's Maddie, and this week's theme on the Basics channel is school week or high school week, whatever you want to call it. We gotta talk about school. And everybody hates school because, I mean, why don't you hate school? It's school. Yeah, everybody knows school sucks, and along with the teachers, although some teachers are good ones. I mean, I've had a few good teachers in my time. That makes me sound old, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. This week, I am going to tell you guys different types of teachers that I have at my school and you guys might have at your school. It depends if your school's like mine and it's a piece of poo and you don't want to go there. So this week's video is called Types of Teachers. Okay, so the first one is if you are in, I know some people have Spanish class, but in Australia I have German. So I have to learn German and I'm pretty good at it. I can't speak a full sentence, but I'm good at it. I'm getting there. Don't judge, okay, guys? Calm down. Jesus! So in German class, and, well, it's not really just German class, but I'm pretty much basing the next two classes in, your German classes, or Spanish classes, or if you live somewhere else that doesn't speak English classes, and yep, okay, I'm done. So yeah, this one is the teacher that won't let you go to the bathroom. Basically, we all have that teacher that will not let us go to the bathroom. I mean, it narrows itself down pretty well. So the other day, okay, this actually happened to me. Okay, so I was busting to go to the bathroom as per usual because I forget to go during recess and lunch break. And so I was busting to go to the bathroom and it was about the 5th period of the day and lunch was about 25 minutes away, 10 minutes away. I can't remember. It was like last week. Huh. I'm good with times. And so I was busting to go to the bathroom. So I raised my hand and I said, Frau teacher's name, because I'm just going to make one up. I'm going to go Frau. Someone, yeah, that'll do. Frau, can I? So I'm like, Frau, whatever your name is, can I please go to the bathroom? And she's like, say it in German. And I'm like, huh? What do you mean, say it in German? I'm about to pee all over the floor here, and you're telling me to say it in German? When I just started this class. I'm about to pee myself. Let me go. And, that went on for about another 10 minutes. Me just saying, huh? Because the teacher's like, say it in she's like, oh, what'd she say? I don't know, it was like, say it in Deutsch or whatever, I can't remember. And I'm like, huh? What do you mean? The next one is the one teacher that you can't understand. So you're in your German class doing whatever work you're supposed to be doing that you don't understand because you don't even know what to do because you weren't listening because you were too busy talking to your friends, aka me, a lot of the time. Probably should fix that. Once the teacher has finished yelling at you and they go and continue on the instructions, but they say it all in another language, like, since I do German, they say it all in German, and I'm like, what? What the hell is going on? And I nudged Charlotte. Do you know what the hell they're talking about? Because I have no clue whatsoever. And then she's like, you know what, Maddie? I got no clue. And I'm like, well, we're screwed. We're going to fail German this year. The next teacher is that one that doesn't tell you when the homework is... Okay, this is a really long one, so grab some popcorn and maybe a couple drinks because this one's going to take me forever to tell you. And because my phone's right here and I'm just reading it off of it. Okay, so the next one is that one teacher that doesn't tell you when the homework is due and then they tell you the next day that it's due today. So basically, okay, my science teacher. I really would hate it if my teachers would say this because it'd be so freaking awkward right now. But basically, one of my teachers at school, even though I already said who it was, one of my teachers at school, he gave us homework. Actually, it was yesterday. Okay, this happened to me today. Okay, so he gave us homework yesterday, and I raised my hand as the polite student I am, and I'm like, Mr. Teacher Man, when's our homework due? And he said, I'll organise that. I'll answer your question in 1 minute. Continued on with the lesson. By the end of the lesson, I'm like, Charlotte, when the hell was that homework due? And she's like, I don't know. And then, and today, okay, so I was looking fabulous in my school uniform. I was looking fabulous in my school uniform, as always. I mean, look at me. I'm so beautiful. But yeah, am I talking way too fast for you? If I am, I'm sorry. That happens a lot. Basically, I got to my science lesson today, and I had the homework sheet with me, but it wasn't completed. Because I'm good like that. Yup. So I'm sitting there next to Charlotte and Tia. So I'm sitting in the middle. Tia's here, Charlotte's here. And I'm sitting there, I am listening, and we were watching a documentary on crocodiles. We named one Sarah. The teacher said to us today, he's like, okay, everyone, your homework's due today. I'm like, you could have told us that yesterday when I asked the goddamn question. I said, Mr. Teacher Man, you actually didn't give us a due date yesterday, so we didn't know when our homework was due, so we weren't sure if it was due today or tomorrow or the next day or whenever we have our next science lesson. And he's like, oh, okay, I completely understand. I'll let you do it, bring it in the next lesson. And I'm like, I'm so proud because I didn't do it. I still haven't done it. And I'm pretty sure my next science lesson is tomorrow. Oh well. Okay. The next teacher is the one that gives you free time. This is probably like the greatest teacher of all time, I mean. So basically this is probably the best teacher of all time because who doesn't want a good old free time lesson? I have 2 skateboards. I think I have enough. And yeah, basically, see what I did there? Basics, basically. Ooh! Whenever a teacher gives you free time, you're like, could cry right now on how proud I am of you. Thank you. Holy God, I actually started crying then. That could be a problem. Yay. You're like, oh my God. You are freaking amazing. And also, I finished this. I don't know what it was for, but you know, hey, that's the sheet I did with. That went really far. And then she's like, okay, you can have free time now that you've finished. And then she's like, okay, everybody, once you finish the homework sheet, that's due tomorrow, and all the other worksheets I've assigned for you today, you guys can have free time. And I'm like, did you fall from heaven? Whichever teacher does that. Automatically amazing. Automatically freaking fabulous. And they're just amazing. Enough said. Okay. The last and final, thank God, I bet you guys are getting bored from this, me acting all happy, is the teacher that enjoys giving kids detentions. I have a teacher like this. She left. Thank God. But she hates me. She hated my brother. Because everybody in my school thinks I'm like my brother. Basically have a constant go at me all the time. I wouldn't do anything wrong, of course, because I mean, I told you before, I'm a really good student. Don't come to my school. You'll meet some bad students, aka me, but that's beside the point. The real bad student is actually Charlotte, but don't tell anyone. This teacher would just basically have a go at us all the time. I mean, we would line up, and the teacher would yell at us saying, that's it, you all have to stay in for 5 minutes after the bell because you guys aren't lining up properly and we're in a straight friggin' line. It's like we're in 2 lines like we always are. I would always be partnered up with someone. Most likely someone I don't like, but I still line up with them because I want to get inside and learn absolutely nothing because it's maths class. Yeah, the teacher just decides to give us all a detention, making us stay in 5 minutes in the lunch bell, missing out on some of our lunch, and we all freak out and we're like, no, no, and then literally, as soon as the teacher says, alright, that's 5 minutes in at lunchtime, all you can hear is, oh, yeah, and I'm like, well, there goes my lunch date with my food. Because that teacher used to enjoy giving us our good old lunchtime detentions and recess detentions. We even got given after school detentions. We've never actually ever had after school detentions before. But last year, we got given at least 8. And it was stupid. I mean, we're all sitting there like, no. Some of us want to go home and play Call of Duty. And kill some goddamn zombies. And eat food. And watch YouTube and Twitter. No one wants to stay at school for another 10 or 5 minutes. And I'm just like, well, there goes my hot date with the PlayStation. What to do now? Comment some things down below if you guys want to talk. But yeah, and all my social media links are down the bottom, like my Twitter, Instagram, Vine. What else is going to be down there? The link to my main channel will also be down there, because you guys should go subscribe. Going to call you Ted. And so, I'll see all you fantabulous people next Tuesday. I remembered the day that I post. Oh my god. Anyway guys, I'll see you next week. Bye. Woo!